Okay, hi everyone who is attending this our first webinar after New Year Eve, and I think we will wait at least a few minutes before we start our webinar about how to find how to seek a business to invest in United Kingdom and Ukraine. Okay. And also, I see that this webinar will be recorded for a future generations, and if you forgot something which I will talk about, you will also use this video as a reference and share it with your colleagues and other participants. Hi, Rafael. Yeah, nice to see you.
Hi, nice to see you too.
Okay, I think we can start in time because we have only only 1 minute left. So let's start with our meeting. Other participants can also use this video as a reference and use it for the future. Okay, so today we will talk about an interesting topic about how to seek a business to invest in United Kingdom and Ukraine. And we start with something like helicopter view about the challenges of 2022 and about the opportunity of 2023. First of all, when we remember this horrible year of 2022, at least 3 challenges for businesses we are experiencing. First one is a post-pandemic affection, because we still see that COVID-19 affecting logistic chains, especially in China as a major supplier, but also European facility has this experience of suffering, because a major production facilities in China and in Europe are suffering from anti-epidemic measures. And the second challenge is obvious one. It is Russian invasion in Ukraine, because such brutal war on the European continent has not only driven up these energy prices and also some sanctioned measure to protect their own businesses from government, but it also, you know, it's at some level of about some disturbance about the future of business cooperation, especially on international level, because one of the challenge of the Russian invasion to Ukraine is that most countries trying to be local. They may be not so committed to the global economy and start to work under the local productions, under local development, and it's a little bit challenge to the world economy. The third one is the environment, especially a business environment, because business is forced to build new logistics and search new suppliers, new customers, because an environment is truly turbulent. And old way how you establish the connection between the business is didn't correspond to modern demand. First of all, because you need to work, if you want to work internationally, you need to know a local business environment, but you also need to know how to find these partners. What is the key flags in such things? So if you continue this helicopter view of a world economy, it's still in struggle. It's still in struggle, because when notice that when you pay attention to this is main benchmark of the global borrowing market, like US Treasuries and German bonds, we will find out that they lost 16 and 24% respectively, and also 10-year Treasury yields also lost and delivered at least 400 basis points of hikes, and European central banks has a record 215 basis points. So at least world economy, when we talk about the North American economy, US economy, European and UK, it's still under recovery. It's still trying to find its way to recover from this struggle. And also the war has its price. Like, as you see, oil, natural gas, wheat, and corn has a dramatic turnout in the prices, and we still don't know how long it can be, because we already remember that it's okay if some dramatic event happens, but the way of recovery can be much more longer than in previous years. So businesses who want to find such kind of partners need to pay attention to such moment. And after this horrible year of 2022, we can assume that 2023 will be a tough year for global markets, because in the short to medium term, the reshoring jobs from a low cost offshore location, because the inflation for most countries, especially for high income country, it's a main trouble, because it's push up wages for skilled workers and corporate profit margins. And inflation is unlikely to slow anytime soon. If you see this graph from the World Bank or from European Bank, you will notice that inflation started before the Russian invasion. It started in 2021, but it doesn't mean that it's slow in 2023. I assume that it possesses a huge challenge, and I think interest rates will be main instrument for controlling such kind of prices, and also it can be some supply and demand imbalance resulting from the unrevealing of globalization. So I think you need to assume that such kind of experience can be at least some challenge for world economy. But how to deal with it? So we already know that 2023 will be a tough year, but there is some hope, and this hope is that the technology will help overcome current challenges. And first of this technology is digitalization of business processes, because it is such kind of processes received a significant boost at the beginning of the pandemic, and now it is a solution for building a sustainable business environment. And in particular, we can see how this technology can be used to find business partners and future investment. So today we will talk about one of such kind of tool. This tool will develop have been developed by company YouControl, and is this solution called YC.Market. So basically, it is a technological platform for finding counterparts in Ukraine and UK for the first time, and it allows you to make your request more narrowing, more customizable, and with such kind of request, you can work with a good quality data. For example, when you try some business in, for example, in UK, you may just use Google, for example, what is the best business in UK, for such kind of thing. And you can use company's house as one of the main register, which give you an opportunity to understand what country, what company is most interesting for it. And the third one, you can use such kind of thing like yu-control.market. If you see deeply, you will find that it has two countries, Ukraine and United Kingdom. And if you talk, for example, about Ukraine, it's give you an opportunity to find any company by narrowing and customizing your request. For example, let's think that I need only active companies, and I want it in, for example, in key region. So only in this region, I want to know how many companies exist in this region. So now my request is simple. I want to know how many active companies in such kind of regional area. But it's not only way that I can narrow in my research. In this way, I just narrow in my results from 7.6 million to 600. But I can also use other filters. For example, I want the companies which has a large revenue. For example, 1 million is a good revenue, and I think I can use this as a filter. So now my question is next one. I want to know about all active companies which work only in this region, and their revenue is just start from the 1 million. And as you see now, you found this result from 7.6 million to only 3,200. And also you can use other approach, like, for example, you want to find the company which supply only some kind of services like transportation or also, just for example, you need only passenger and rail transportation. Like you don't need water supply, you don't need such kind of things. So you just want to land transportation as most interesting for you. So you can use this as a filter, and finally you will see the result only for 690 operations companies. And after that you can see a detailed information about this entity. Where is the address? Where is its website? About the registration, about scoring, sanction, financial situation, and also. So now you will see an analytical information which add you an added value about who is this counterpart. Is it good in financial health? Is it good in other ways? And you also can download it as an Excel and work it privately. The same logic you can apply to the United Kingdom. So now we are working with Ukrainian companies, but you also can apply such kind of logic to the UK companies. You can start with status. You need only active status, and you can, for example, count about economic activity. For example, you will need to find a company which has at least 1,000 GBP economic revenue, and you will see the result. How many companies from 6.4 million legal entities in UK has such kind of entity, has such kind of revenue, and you also can apply it to the economic activity. For example, you need only freight rail transport, and using such kind of filters, you will narrow in your request to just 8 companies which fully satisfied your request. So using such kind of platforms can give you an absolutely different view to them to how to find your counterparts, because it's not only using a Google, it's not only using such a register like Companies House, but using such market analysis tool give you an opportunity to find exact counterparts which fully satisfy to your criteria. From my point of view, I like to use this tools side by side. For example, if I find some company in UK and I need a more extended information about it, I just put my request in the Companies House and will find an additional information about this company. But if I start with a market. I start with the market because if I have some image of who is my client, who is my customer, who is my ideal business for investment, I will start with such kind of still. I can filter by registration, I can filter by city, and I can filter by economic activity. So I can use all kind of such filters. And I also can use an economic activity, staff data, turnover, current assets as a part of such kind of research. And using such kind of research, I also can find such counterparts in Ukraine. So in Ukraine you can have more possibilities, and for example, you can even you can ask more customizable request as ever. So in 2023 we will experience some recovery from the pandemic and from all this economic issues, but we can still use such kind of tools to find our counterparts, regardless this economical turnover. So basically this tool is the first one you can use to understand a different market. Here is only 2 of them, Ukraine and United Kingdom. But if you start with such kind of filters, you will find an options how to do it, how to find it, and it make your request more valuable and more interesting for the further development and for customability. So this is basically how this tool works and how it can help you to find your counterparts. If you want to look closely to these tools, you can use one of the link which can be added to the site, or you can use this contact data, and I think it helped you to understand how to work with this. How to work with these tools and how it can be useful for your business and so on. And I still think that IT tools and such kind of digital tools has a major impact to the world economy recovery, and I think help you to make this year much more easier than we predicted, that we will predict it in our presentation. So basically, it is the most points which I want to share you. If you have a question to the tool, or if you have a question to our not so bright prognosis of world global markets, you can ask here by voice or by using our chats. Okay. Yeah, Lyubov.
Thank you very much for your report. I want to ask just, do you have financial indexes on Britain? As I see, you have more data on Ukraine than on United Kingdom. Do you plan to add some data?
Yeah, as you see, you can use a financial data to customize your request. So it's already in the system. You can use it to understand your the financial health of such kind of company. But if you need an extended information, extended information about financial health of a British company, you can find it in the company house, but as I remember, here in this tool, it will be added in further weeks for further investigation. So you can use the financial information about the British company for your request, and you can find the more detailed information about the specific company in a company house.
And one more question, please. Sorry for taking time. Is it possible to compare companies in that tool to provide some competitive analysis or something like that?
If they're competitive in which way? So when we are talking about the competitiveness, you need to understand what you want to compare. So
I mean that I want to choose some companies like in e-commerce shop, for example, to choose companies and compare for financial and indexes and something like that. Is it possible here?
Yeah, in this case, I recommend you to use such kind of filters like by revenue, by status. But from my point of view, it's better to do it in Excel by usual tools. So if you fulfill your request, you find enough result to understand it, you can download it with Excel and make this comparison by using this external tools. So because now you can compare this company by using this ranking by ranking. But if you want to compare it side by side, it's better to do it in Excel.
Thank you very much. That's it.
Okay, colleagues. So I think we will be we have been fast and furious here by our product. If you are interested to test this tool, you can use the link which Katerina sent in the chat, and also you can use this contact data from presentation to understand is it reliable to your business purposes. From my point of view, it's much more interesting to understand what happened for global market and for business in 2023, because we need to really understand one simple thing. This year is a year when most countries need to decide: is it global economy makes sense for a future development? Maybe most countries and most businesses must be domestic. They no need to connect without countries is not really a case to be global, but maybe it can be another approach, and economy continue to be global, and we will have some advantages with this globalization. And that's why 2023 is a deciding year. In this year, we need to decide which economy is more appropriate for all of us, not only for Ukraine, UK, Europe, and so on, and even China. So I think we need to stick with digitalization. We need to stick with several kinds of IT tools which can help us to understand our possibilities, our business opportunities, and think about future. Okay, thank you, colleagues. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for participating in this webinar, and see you soon.